Hello friends, I am RM Garud working as Assistant Professor in Survey Institute of Technology, College of Engineering. I am dealing with Surveying 1, this is module number 4, and today we are going to see terms in the leveling. In this slide we are going to see what is leveling. Leveling is the art of determining relative elevation of points on surface of earth or even below the surface of earth is called leveling. This is a branch of surveying which deals with measurement in vertical plane only. For execution of any engineering project like highway, railway, canals, dams, buildings, water supply and sanitary scheme, it is necessary to determine the elevation of different points along the alignment of proposed project. Leveling is employed to provide accurate network of height covering entire area of project. Leveling is of prime importance to the engineers both in acquiring necessary data for design of project and also during its execution. Principle of leveling. The principle of leveling is to obtain horizontal line of sight with respect to which vertical distances of the point above or below the line of sight are found. Then object of leveling. Leveling is done for the following purpose: to prepare a contour map for fixing site for reservoir, dams, barrages, etc., and to fix alignment of a road, railway, irrigation canal, etc. Also to determine the elevation or altitude of different important points on hill, or to know reduced level of different point on surface of earth, maybe lying below the earth and above the earth. Also to prepare longitudinal section or cross section of projects in order to determine the volume of earthwork. To prepare layout map for water supply, sanitary or drainage. So these are the objective of leveling. So in this slide we are going to see what are the uses of leveling. To establish the benchmark as a vertical control point which serve as a reference for other leveling. Then to establish or enable survey or calculate whether two points are intervisible from each other on the ground surface or not. Third use is to enable surveyor measurements to be reduced to the horizontal at sea level, to enable drainage work to be surveyed so that water flow in the desired direction, also to provide information for scientists about the shape and structure of the earth and its movement. Hello friends, I am RM Garud working as Assistant Professor in Survey Institute of Technology, College of Engineering. I am dealing with Surveying 1, this is module number 4, and today we are going to see terms in the leveling. Here in this particular diagram, three lines are shown. One is horizontal line, another is vertical line, and third is level line, and fourth is MSL line, mean sea level, MSL. So whenever we consider the geodetic surveying, then we are going to consider the level line. That is to say that we are going to consider the effect of earth curvature. Whereas whenever we are considering the plane surveying, then we are going to consider the horizontal line, and generally the horizontal line is perpendicular to the vertical line, and also even in this particular diagram it is shown that the level line is also perpendicular to the vertical line. Means in the geodetic surveying we are going to consider the level line, and it is curved one. So any line lying on horizontal plane is called horizontal line. It is tangential to the level line. Then the third term is vertical line. The direction indicated by plumb line is called vertical line, which is perpendicular to horizontal line. The next term is vertical plane. Any plane passing through the vertical line is called vertical plane. Then datum surface or datum line. This is an imaginary level surface or line with reference of which vertical distances of different points above or below this line is measured. In Pakistan, datum adopted for GTS is mean sea level at Karachi. So here the mean sea level is the average height of the sea for all stages of tides. At any particular place, MSL is established by making hourly observation of tides and by averaging tide heights over a long period of at least 19 years. In India and Pakistan, MSL, that is mean sea level, used is that established at Karachi, presently in Pakistan. In all important survey, this is used as datum. The next term is reduced level. The height or depth of a point taken as height above or below the datum surface is known as RL of that point. It is also called as elevation of a point. Elevation of any object below MSL is called negative elevation, whereas if any point lying above the MSL is called positive elevation. This slide refers to mean sea level. It is going to indicate the average height of wave, and it is measured above the datum. And the next term in the leveling is line of collimation. It is the line which passes through the intersection of crosshair of the eyepiece and optical center of the object glass, and its continuation is called line of collimation. This is also known as line of sight. Then next term is axis of telescope. This axis is an imaginary line passing through optical center of the object glass and the optical center of eyepiece. Then benchmark. Benchmark is a fixed reference point of known elevation with reference to datum line. The survey as a reference point for finding the RL of new points or for conducting leveling operation in project involving road and railway. The benchmarks are very important. So there are different type of benchmark. One is GTS, that is Great Trigonometrical Survey benchmark. These benchmarks are established by national agency like Survey of India or Survey of Pakistan. They are established with the highest precision at an interval of 100 km all over country. Their position and elevation above MSL is given in a special catalog known as GTS map. So this is the reference point called benchmark, and it is referred, and it is a permanent type of point which is marked over which the elevation of a point is given. This type of benchmark is permanent benchmark. They are fixed point of reference established with reference to GTS. Benchmark by other government agencies like PWD, railways, irrigation, etc. are kept on permanent points like culvert, kilometer stones, railway platforms, fillers, etc. The location of which are shown in the diagram shown below. Then the third type of benchmark is arbitrary benchmark. These are the reference points whose elevation are arbitrarily assumed. These are adopted for small work when only undulation of ground is important to be determined. The next type of benchmark is temporary benchmark. When the benchmarks are established temporarily at the end of day's work, they are said to be temporary benchmark. Generally, they are denoted by TBM, and arbitrary benchmarks are denoted by ABM, and permanent benchmarks are denoted as PBM, and GTS benchmarks are denoted as GTS. Generally, the temporary benchmarks are made on roof of tree, parapet of nearby culvert, etc. Then station, a point where the leveling staff is kept. Then the backsite, that is generally it is denoted by BS. It is the first site or staff reading taken on a leveling staff held at a point of known elevation is called backsite. Backsite enables the surveyor to obtain height of instrument or elevation of line of sight. Therefore, it is also called as positive staff reading. In this slide, we are going to see what is leveling. Leveling is the art of determining relative elevation of points on surface of earth or even below the surface of earth is called leveling. This is a branch of surveying which deals with measurement in vertical plane only. For execution of any engineering project like highway, railway, canals, dams, buildings, water supply and sanitary scheme, it is necessary to determine the elevation of different points along the alignment of proposed project. Then next term is height of instrument. Generally it is denoted by HI. The elevation of line of sight with respect to assumed datum is known as height of instrument. This is obtained by adding backside to Arela benchmark or change point. Then the next term is change point. It is generally denoted by CP. The point on which both the foresight and backside are taken during the operation of leveling is called change point. In the given figure, the point C is shown as change point, where the BS as well as FS are taken, whereas BS is the first stop reading which is taken on the benchmark is shown. Similarly, from the second instrument position, the first stop reading which is considered as BS, whereas the last stop reading is taken as FS, which is taken at F when from the second setup. Then the next term is parallax. If the image obtained by objective does not lie in the plane of crosshair, there will be shift in image. Due to shift of image, such a displacement of image is called parallax. For accurate sighting, the parallax is eliminated in two steps. First is focusing the eyepiece for distinct vision of crosshair and focusing the object glass so that the image is formed in a plane of crosshair. Then focusing the eyepiece. A piece of white paper is held in front of object glass and the eyepiece is moved in or out by turning it clockwise or anti-clockwise until the crosshairs can be seen clearly. Then focusing the object glass. Telescope directed toward the leveling staff. Looking through the eyepiece, the focusing screw is turned clockwise or anti-clockwise until the graduation of staff is visible. That is called focusing of object glass. Then types of leveling equipments. The leveling equipment consists of dumpy level, tilting level, automatic level, digital auto level, Y level and Crookes reversible level. In this slide we are going to see the dumpy level. Dumpy level is the most commonly used instrument in leveling. In this level, the telescope is restricted against movement in its horizontal plane and the telescope is fixed to its support. A bubble tube is provided on the top of the telescope. But however, the leveling head can be rotated in a horizontal plane with the telescope. Leveling is employed to provide accurate network of height covering entire area of project. Leveling is of prime importance to the engineers both in acquiring necessary data for design of project and also during its execution. Principle of leveling. The principle of leveling is to obtain horizontal line of sight with respect to which vertical distances of the point above or below the line of sight. Then the next level is automatic level. The automatic level is like the dumpy level. In this case, the telescope is fixed to its support. Circular spirit can be attached to the side of the telescope for approximate leveling. For more accurate leveling, compensator is attached inside the telescope. So in the auto level, compensator can help the instrument to level automatically. Compensator is also called as stabilizer. Nowadays it is most commonly used in every type of work. So in this slide we are going to see what are the uses of leveling. To establish the benchmark as a vertical control point which serve as a reference for other leveling. Then to establish or enable survey or calculate whether two points are intervisible from each other on the ground surface or not. Third use is to enable surveyor. Hello friends, I am RM Garud, working as assistant professor in Survey Intro Technology, College of Engineering. I am dealing with surveying 1. This is module number 4 and today we are going to see terms in the leveling. The next type of level is Y level. Y level consists of Y-shaped frames which supports the telescope. Telescope can be removed from the Y-shaped support by releasing a clamp screw provided. These Y-shaped frames are arranged to vertical spindle which helps to cause the rotation of telescope, which is shown in this particular diagram. Then the last level is Crookes reversible level. Crookes reversible level is the combination of dumpy level and Y level. In this instrument, the telescope can be reversed without rotation. The collimation error can be eliminated in this case because of bubble left and bubble right reading of telescope. This slide refers to the construction of diaphragm. At the center you will find there are three horizontal hairs. One is central, at the top, at the bottom there are two vertical crosshairs, and outer side of the telescope there are diaphragm screws are provided, and diaphragm screws are fitted to the metal ring of the telescope. So diaphragm is a frame carrying crosshairs, usually made up of either silk thread or platinum wire, and placed at the plane at which vertical image of the object is formed by the objective. Vertical air of the diaphragm enables the surveyor to check the verticality of leveling staff, whereas horizontal hairs are used to read the staff graduation or staff reading. This slide refers to mean sea level. It is going to indicate the average height of wave, and it is measured above the datum. Thank you, friends.